Hi, this is Ria from TYBA, and in this video, we will explore the link between the French Revolution and Romanticism. Have you ever wondered how a single revolution could change a world? Let's dive into the French Revolution. The French Revolution of 1789 sparked more than just political upheaval. It ignited a revolution of thought, culture, and emotion, forever changing the course of European art. Out of the chaos and passion of revolution came Romanticism, an artistic movement that celebrated the individual's struggle, the sublime power of nature, and the depths of human emotion. In 1789, France was on the brink of collapse. Years of economic disparity, massive debt, and an out-of-touch monarchy fueled widespread unrest. The common people, especially the rising middle class, demanded change with slogans like liberty, equality, fraternity. The revolution began with the fall of the monarchy and the storming of the Bastille. What followed was a decade of upheaval, from the radicalism of the Reign of Terror under Robespierre to the eventual rise of Napoleon. While the revolution sought liberty and equality, it unleashed chaos, most notably the Reign of Terror, where thousands were executed in the name of revolutionary ideals. The aftermath paved the way for Napoleon's rise to power, redefining the course of France and Europe. Here's a quick look at the timeline of the key phases of the French Revolution. 1789 marked the storming of the Bastille, a symbol of the revolution's spark. 1792, execution of Louis XVI. 1793, Reign of Terror. And 1799 marked the beginning of the rise of Napoleon. As the revolution unfolded, so did a counter-movement against the Enlightenment's focus on reason. The violence and turmoil that followed left many disillusioned, giving rise to Romanticism, an artistic and intellectual movement that emphasized emotion, individualism, and the awe-inspiring power of nature. Romanticism celebrated the raw emotions that the revolution unleashed: hope, fear, and longing. Writers and artists expressed both the exhilaration of revolution and their disillusionment with its aftermath. Through their art, Romantics expressed not just the triumphs of revolution, but also its tragic flaws, the fragility of human dreams, and the power of nature to dwarf human ambition. Romantic poets were deeply influenced by the dramatic events of their time, and the French Revolution was a major source of inspiration for many of them. One such poet was William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth, like many of his contemporaries, was initially inspired by the French Revolution. In his early work, The Prelude, he described the revolution as a time of great hope and excitement. In The Prelude, Wordsworth reflects on the initial excitement and optimism that surrounded the early days of the French Revolution, especially for the younger generation. He captures this feeling beautifully in one of his most famous lines. "Bliss was it in that dawn to be alive, but to be young was very heaven." Another Romantic poet, Lord Byron, embodied the revolutionary spirit both in his life and his work. He fought for Greek independence and channeled his defiance and passion into his poetry, particularly in Childe Harold's Pilgrimage. Byron reflects on the recurring cycle of human history, where moments of freedom and glory often give way to corruption and decline. He captures this sentiment in his famous lines: "There is the moral of all human tales. 'Tis but the same rehearsal of the past, first freedom and then glory. When that fails, wealth, vice, corruption." Here's a quick fun element. Which Romantic poet are you? Do you believe in the power of nature or human reason? Would you fight in a revolution or write about it? Well, you're like Wordsworth, starting with hope, but growing thoughtful. Or maybe you're a bold rebel like Byron. Romanticism wasn't just a literary movement. It profoundly influenced visual art as well. Artists like Eugène Delacroix and Francisco Goya captured the tumult of their times, portraying the chaos and emotional intensity of revolution. Eugène Delacroix, one of the most celebrated Romantic painters, captured the spirit of revolution in his art. His masterpiece, Liberty Leading the People, stands as a powerful symbol of revolutionary fervor. The figure of liberty personifies hope and defiance, leading the charge amidst chaos. On the other hand, Francisco Goya's works, like The 3rd of May, 1808, expose the darker side of revolution, the brutal horrors of war and the human suffering it causes. To recap, we explored the beginnings of the French Revolution, its historical context, the emergence of Romanticism, key figures and works. We saw how the revolution left an indelible mark on Romanticism, transforming it into a powerful expression of individual struggle against societal norms and oppression. Also, the Romantic artists and writers inspired by liberty, equality, and fraternity depicted the complex interplay of personal passion and the turmoil of their times. Thank you so much for watching this video.